sitting on the Hill. So I like to focus on those issues.
I'm Meg Kennard, national politics reporter for the Associated Press. The field of Republican candidates competing for the 2024 presidential nomination has continued to dwindle. On Sunday night, during a television interview, Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina announced that he was suspending his 2024 bid for the White House. Scott has been among several candidates competing for a distant second place to current GOP frontrunner Donald Trump. In the interview, Scott said that he felt that now was not his time to pursue the White House, not closing the door entirely on a potential future bid. As candidates leave the race, there's a question of where their supporters, as well as their donors, line up with the remaining campaigns. Some of those who are backing Tim Scott say that they may be ready to sign on already with another candidate, including perhaps his fellow South Carolinian, Nikki Haley. Competition between two of those candidates competing for that second place slot against Trump has been heating up as the campaign draws closer to the first votes in Iowa. One of them is former South Carolina governor and former Trump UN ambassador Nikki Haley, whose campaign recently announced it was reserving $10 million worth of ad time, purportedly to help the candidate continue to get her message out to early state voters. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has fairly consistently occupied that second place slot against Donald Trump's campaign. But DeSantis's operation has suffered some setbacks, including the layoff of some staff earlier this year due to a high burn rate in terms of how much his campaign was spending. DeSantis recently, however, got a key endorsement in the all-important state of Iowa from Republican Governor Kim Reynolds. As the campaign goes on and more candidates potentially drop out, what remains unknown is how much any of this will have an effect on Trump's current lead in the field. Many candidates who have been on the debate stage together, not with Trump because he hasn't attended, have struggled to draw dividing lines among their views on policies and at times been hesitant to take on the former president himself.
And you will support us in this primary. We will.
Trump has said that his lead in the field has been so big that he saw no point in discussing any issues in the campaign directly with any of his rivals. His fundraising and overall support seem to have appeared consistent despite the multiple legal charges that he's facing in a variety of jurisdictions.